Hello everyone, this is Ella Massey. Today is Who's Who Thursday, April 11th, 2019. Every Thursday, I will be sharing a brief overview on the life of a notable biblical figure. The Who's Who for today is Ruth. The book of Ruth is the story of God's loving kindness. This story starts with a nice Hebrew family with a problem. Famine has hit Bethlehem, which forces a man named Emulek and his wife to move to the east of Moab with their sons to get some food. They lived there for about 10 years. The sons married two local Moab women named Ruth and Orpah. Life was good, or so it seemed. One by one, Emulek and his two sons died. This leaves Naomi, Ruth, and Orpah as widows and in need of help. Naomi decides to go back to Bethlehem, and her daughter-in-laws packed up to join her. Naomi begs the women to stay behind. And while Orpah is convinced and goes back to Moab, Ruth pledges her devotion to Naomi, forsaking her God, her people, to become part of Naomi's life. Naomi lets her come with her. In Bethlehem, things are not good for the ladies. Naomi is feeling down because she has lost her husband and sons, and Ruth is reduced to gleaning in the barley fields. There, Ruth happens to run into a well-known rich man named Boaz, who instantly takes a liking to her and offers her all kinds of gleaning privileges. Boaz also happens to be a relative of Naomi's late husband, which is very important since Boaz will have an obligation to marry Ruth and provide for her as family. When Naomi hears about Boaz and what a great man he is, she puts together a plan for Ruth to get him as a husband. She tells her daughter-in-law to visit Boaz at night in secret and lay at his feet. Ruth does what her mother-in-law asks, and Boaz is pleasantly surprised to see the girl from the fields is interested in him. He tells Ruth that he would love to marry her, but there is another relative with even closer ties to her in-laws. Boaz goes out to meet the man, and everyone is left waiting to find out whom Ruth will marry. As it turns out, the relative is only interested in buying some land that Naomi has, but not interested in marrying Ruth. That relative renounces his claim on Ruth, so now Boaz is free to marry her. Soon, Ruth and Boaz have a son, which makes Naomi happy. The women in the town name the baby Obed, whom eventually becomes the grandfather of King David, which also leads to the lineages of Jesus. What a great story of God's love and a happy ending. What can we learn from the story of Ruth? 1. Don't let your past hold you back. Ruth didn't allow her past to hold her back. She believed that there was still life to be lived and moved forward with confidence. 2. Be full of faith. If you are in an unsure place and you are nervous about what to do, start with faith. Read Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. Number 3, value great character. Character is who you are when no one is watching. Ruth went above and beyond in showing respect and honor to her bitter mother-in-law. Number 4, believe redemption is possible. Ruth believed God would provide, And in her place of faith, God did a miraculous work in her life. 5. Leave behind a legacy. Ruth left behind a great legacy through her marriage to Boaz. A child was born that would be in the lineages of Jesus. If you commit your life to God and your calling is firm in Him, there is no limit of what God can do through you. So I hope you have been encouraged by the story of Ruth. And I hope that you would take some time to read the story. It will bless you. Until next time, stay thankful